Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Poetically Christian. Thank you so much for clicking on the video, guys, and welcome to another edition of Should Christians Play? The series where we go between the ratings of the ESRB to answer the questions, should a Christian play? And is this game accessible for me? Hi, guys. My name is Derek. I am a legally blind gamer and preacher, and today we're going to be reviewing WWE 2K18. And you guys are going to be asking yourself, why in the world has he chosen to review WWE 2K18? Well, I'm going to get to that in just a minute, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you like this kind of thing, you like Christian gaming reviews, you like Let's Plays, Bible sermons, Disciples Above Disability series, and so much more, guys, then please help me out with the algorithm by hitting that subscribe button, the bell icon that'll alert you the next time a review or any of our videos come out. And of course, liking, sharing, commenting, all those things help my channel to grow, and I can't do without you. I saw that majority of you are not subscribed. If you like this, if it helps you, help me out, guys, by subscribing to the channel, and I would be so appreciative. And if you're watching on Poetically Christian Gamer Twitch, remember to hit that follow button as well, guys. It's free as well, and you can join me when I'm live doing these reviews or my Let's Plays. All right, guys, so getting through all that, today we're reviewing WWE 2K18, guys. Ooh, yeah. And we're going to review the game on two fronts, as we always do: physical accessibility and moral accessibility. For the physical accessibility, is the game accessible for someone low vision and blind, deaf and hard of hearing, the motor disabled? And of course, morally, we're going to see, is the game accessible for a Christian to be able to play? All right, so first of all, we'll start at things from the low vision and blind, as I always do, because that's the spectrum I come at things from. And as far as the low vision and blind on this game, we do not, it's a game from 2017, so we do not have that menu narration yet, as 2017 was kind of in the infancy of accessibility being a thing in modern games. We do not have menu narration, but what we do have is very large text that's got dark backgrounds with very white writing, light writing, and what you're highlighted on is dark. So we have a very nice contrast and easy to see menus on this game to be able to help you. The menus will take some sighted assistance on the settings to get things the way that you want them, but after that you're kind of off and running, as you can easily menu memorization on this game if you're completely blind. And if you're low vision, these are very easy to read. You'll see why I picked this wrestling game. You're probably wondering, why in the world is he reviewing WWE 2K24 or 5 or any of the 2K games? And you'll find out why I'm picking this game over any of them. This is the most accessible, I will say it, wrestling game for someone low vision blind that has ever been created. And it's kind of a rare, obscure offshoot, but we'll get there. Yeah, as I said, we got these large menus, easy to read contrast, and the menus, once you get the settings down, are pretty easy to memorize, as there's not a whole lot of things on any of the menus in the game. And it's something you'll be able to memorize pretty quick. We also, in the ring, we have a lot of abilities to be able to punch up and down the sound so you can hear where the wrestlers are in the game. Obviously, being a wrestling game, sometimes if you do one-on-one matches, it's just you and someone else, kind of like a fighting game. The controls are not too complicated in this game to be able to play, so you've got that going on. And the announcers, by default, kind of end up being an audio descript, as they kind of describe to you what's going on in the ring at any given time, so you can know what's going on and feel it and enjoy it if you are even completely blind. Hear the slams, they got nice sounds to the slams and things. The ring announcer tells you who's coming in, and we're going to get to one of the coolest features. We even have narrated wrestler select screen. Yes, you heard me right. A narrated wrestler select screen in this game. And I will show you that, guys, in just a second when I get to the gameplay section and show you what the game looks like, feels like here in a minute. So for the low vision and blind, you have these nice contrasted menus. You have limited menus. You have a narrated wrestler select screen. And you have that commentary, which acts as kind of an auto descript for the game. Overall, I would have to give this game a B, as it is the most approachable wrestling game ever made for someone low vision and blind. Now, for the deaf and hard of hearing, we have just the basic subtitles in this game, nothing that we would get in later games for modern conveniences. So it gets the job done, nothing overly special. C. And for the motor disabled, we do not have complete button remapping in this game, but what we do have is some preset controller settings, some preset controller configurations that you can choose from. And hopefully you'd be able to find one that would be more suitable to you. But again, just kind of average for the time. C, gets the job done, nothing special. Now, morally, for Christians, what does this game look like? What is this game like morally for a Christian to play? Well, for Christians, this game got an ESRB rating of T for teen for violence and for mild blood and language. So what does this ESRB rating not tell you? Well, for the violence, of course, it's wrestling, what you would expect it to be. There's punching, kicking, slamming. You do have the option, however, to turn blood off in your options, so you completely can remove blood from the game entirely for when a wrestler gets busted open by getting hit with a chair or slammed in a certain way sometimes. You could turn that completely off, so that was a nice feature, and it kind of reduces some of that violence. But overall, if you have a problem with, the slamming and the inherent nature of a wrestling game, there's not much you could do other than turning the blood off. It's there, and that's the game, and that's how it is. As far as language in the game, there is mild things sprinkled throughout, some D's, H's, things like that sprinkled throughout the game here and there, but it's very sporadic and it's very mild, nothing more egregious than that. So it is there, it brings it down a little bit, but it's there's no blasphemy, there's no taking the Lord's name in vain. There's no F-bombs or S-words or anything like that in this game. As far as the sexual content, there is, again, it's a wrestling game. The female wrestlers are kind of immodestly dressed, and the male characters are shirtless and things in the game, something like you would see in a UFC match. Or a boxing match, things like that. So if that's a problem, it is there, and you can make your own discernment on that. Not all the wrestlers are dressed that way, but some are. One way that you can avoid some of this, if you are approaching this as a male player, when you pick a male wrestler into any match, you cannot wrestle against the female wrestlers. So if that's a lust or a temptation to you and you want to try to avoid that, there is a wraparound for that. Just like there was a wraparound to be able to turn off the blood to reduce the violence, you can just pick male wrestlers and never wrestle a female wrestler. So that's kind of a way of wrapping around or avoiding that, and you could avoid that all together in the game. For females, same thing. If you want to avoid that lust or temptation and not have the male, you could select the female wrestlers. And if you select the female wrestler, you never wrestle against a male wrestler. So that is, but you're going to see them on the player select screen in a smaller version. So it shows them from their about stomach up. So, if that's something, it's in the game. So overall, it's kind of a mixed bag. You can reduce the violence, but it's still there. There's not blasphemy or taking the Lord's name in vain, but there is mild profanity. It is there. And for the sexual content, you can kind of wrap around and avoid whichever way you're coming at it from male or female perspective. You can avoid the opposite sex wrestling them, but their pictures are there. So overall, I would have to give the game for moral Christian accessibility, maybe a C plus to a C. It's just kind of middle of the road. It's not overly egregious. There is some wraparounds to avoid some of the sexual content or temptation. There is ways to turn the blood off to reduce the violence, but some things are still present. So not, the worst game, but not the best. It's, average to a little above average. So I think C plus is a fair grade for Christian moral accessibility. So what does the game feel like, sound like, look like? Well, that's what we're going to see here. First of all, as I talked about, for the low vision and the completely blind, for years, 2K, if you're watching this review, or anyone that has influence with 2K, we have asked for this very feature in a wrestling game that helps immensely, but for whatever reason only exists in this wrestling game ever. Listen to this, guys. Is that not beautiful? Is that not a game changer, guys? This entire wrestler select screen is voiced over by the ring announcer. They don't even have to put new commentary in the game. They simply just chop up and splice the ring announcements of the people, from the game, and it's in the game. And they just put it in when you tap the A button, and if you hit the A button, or if you're playing this on your PlayStation, your X button, it tells you the name of who you're on. You hit the B or circle button to go back and just keep going. They're in alphabetical order, and you can find who you're looking for and be able to play. How awesome is that? You could get into a basic game, by hitting the A button. A for play, A for normal match, A for one-on-one. Go in, select your wrestlers, A to go in, done. Or the X button on the PlayStation, and you could play a match completely blind. Know who you're playing, who you're wrestling as, have that commentary as the auto descript in the game, be able to enjoy it. I mean, that's a common thing. You pair that up with a little bit of menu narration, as we've had in the Madden football games or other games. You've got an awesome wrestling game and an experience that a low vision or blind user could play. That's all we've been asking for. We're not asking them to reinvent the wheel, just something simple. Sorry, guys, I went on my little soapbox or tirade there, but anyhow, that's why I'm recommending WWE 2K18, as it is the most approachable and accessible wrestling game that is made, especially in the modern era. This is not available anymore to purchase on the Microsoft Store. Unfortunately, it has been delisted. But if you got the disc, you got a Series X, you got a PS5 as PlayStation 4's backup at, you're good to go. PC, Switch. It was even made on the Nintendo Switch. So it's also approachable and accessible through multiple platforms. So awesome game. Awesome. All right. So let's pick a match here, guys, and let's kind of show you what this game looks like. Let's see. I'm going to go with one of my oldies but goodies. Let's see.
Albert!
Yeah, not Albert. Who do we want to play as, guys?
Titus O'Neil! Triple H!
See, is that cool? You can just go down through and find who you want.
Tyson Kidd! The Undertaker!
Pretty awesome, guys. I have to admit, this is one of the most accessible wrestling games you're ever gonna get, and I just think it's awesome.
The Undertaker!
We'll go with the Undertaker, guys. And who are we gonna go? We need a classic match, guys.
Typhoon!
Typhoon.
The Ultimate Warrior!
How about that, guys? The Ultimate Warrior and the Undertaker, and we gotta have a kind of a classic thing here. Trying to pick my arena here. Let's see. Where do we want to wrestle at? We'll go here. All right. And here we go, guys. Show you what this game feels like, looks like, sounds like, and you can be able to judge whether it's something you want to play. I hope these reviews help you guys, and I appreciate you liking and commenting and sharing these videos. It helps me with the algorithm and lets me know you enjoy these. I do Let's Plays, gaming, Christian gaming reviews, Bible sermons, Disciples Above Disability series, and so much more. All right, here we go, guys. A layout. You can't hear the music for copyright. I'm sorry about that. But you'll hear the announcements.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Death Valley, weighing in at 328 pounds, The Undertaker.
This might be the most legendary entrance in all of sports entertainment.
Might be. There's no doubt about it, Michael. This is the most legendary entrance of all time.
No, I'd say he definitely has his work cut out for him here tonight.
Yeah, this one's not going to be easy, that's for sure. But hey, is anything worth doing ever easy?
That's a good way of looking at it. And see, the commentators kind of tell you what's going on, and it's pretty cool, guys. The Undertaker. Rest in peace. The old 91 Undertaker I've selected here, guys. The classic. He's going to be taking on the Ultimate Warrior. We're going back to the 90s, guys.
And his opponent, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior.
The energy inside this arena has just picked up.
It's hard not to get excited when you hear the Ultimate Warrior's music.
And he clearly comes into this match in tremendous physical condition.
Yeah, but where is he mentally, Cole? That's the real question. I don't care about how good you look. If you don't have it upstairs, you're simply not going to succeed.
Pretty cool, guys. All right. Of course, the bell ringing lets us know it's time to go.
All right, it's time to kick this thing off.
Close.
And this is one of those matches where it's hard to believe we get paid for this. Well, actually, it's
Control with the
hard to believe
joystick, the
Saxton
left
gets paid
joystick.
for anything.
And the A button does you
How
you
impressive
tap,
was that?
you do the
Just
light
sending your foe
slams,
crashing
and if
to
you
the canvas.
hold down a little longer, you do the heavy attacks. So, pretty cool.
Unleashing it for the second time now. Let's touch on Undertaker
He's like,
a bit. What, in your opinion, can we all expect from him tonight?
The graphics are pretty
Don't
good.
look
the guys
now,
are
but it
decently
seems to
sized.
me
You
like
got a
The
nice
Undertaker
contrast
is about to make some bodies turn cold.
with the ring and things.
I agree, and the crowd
You
seems
select
to be
certain
backing
rings.
him
There's only
here.
a couple
So
that are
that
dark
always helps.
matted where it makes it
He
hard to
slams him
see where the
down with
wrestlers
authority.
are. But for the most part, you got the light canvases, which you can save the canvases you want.
Down he goes with a scoop slam.
The crowd's chanting for the Taker. They want to see us
Ultimate
take
Warrior
this match.
in a little bit of trouble here. Don't be surprised if he
Thanks,
shrugs
guys.
it
I'm
off
here
and
all
comes back more motivated than ever. And he slams him down.
It's just an awesome game. See, it's just the little things in life. Like
The
having
Undertaker
narrated
got him
wrestler
there.
select screens. Decent sized menus. And if we could get some menu narration,
No sugarcoating that one. That hurt.
we'd be doing good.
The Undertaker got him there.
Oh, what a DDT. The Undertaker. He's taking, oh, he's choking.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught. I mean, it just blows my mind that the official didn't catch him in the act. How do you think Ultimate Warrior could unleash substantial punishment right now?
I'm
not sure how much
I have
more
it
he
set
has
to where
to
you
give.
use the D-pad.
Oh, man,
as your
his
thumb.
chances are dwindling quickly. He's just taken on so much punishment.
This match certainly isn't trending in the right direction for him. He's going to need a change in momentum and fast.
And you can make it to where you have your finishers pop up below you, so you can see when you have a finisher or a
The
signature
Undertaker
move,
looking to
and
bury
it glows
another
big. You can
victim.
put a highlight under your character. These are things that also help someone low vision blind, I should have mentioned. Which shows your, like, health bar, stamina bar. You can put that under. You can turn the stamina off, which I always do,
within the ring.
so you don't have to worry about that. Here we go, guys. We're going old school.
Here's his chance to win this.
Yeah, that truly
All
was
right.
a thing of beauty.
It's time for the tombstone, guys.
Rest in peace. This one is over.
He may get the 3 count right there.
And that's over.
The Undertaker wins. The Undertaker gets it done, folks.
Pretty awesome, guys. Oh, here they show the replay. And there's crossing the arms for the 1, the 2, and the 3, guys. That's awesome.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker.
The shoulders are down for 3, and this one's in the books.
Wow, I can't believe the amount of punishment that had to be inflicted in order for those shoulders to stay down for the 3 count.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place in Rosemont when the bell finally rang to end this one.
Pretty cool, guys. Yeah, and like I said, you got those things underneath them to show and it helps you be able to see where your wrestler is in the ring as well. You can turn those on or off. And with the submissions, you can have it to be either where you hold things or you tap things, so that helps with the motor disabled as well. I should have mentioned those things. Overall, guys, for physical accessibility, I give this game a B to B- for the blind and low vision, as it's the only wrestling game with narrated wrestler select screens, decent sized, good contrast menus, and the ability to have that auto script through the commentary. That also helps. And, other things, being able to just easily access a wrestling match, know what's going on, play it, and have fun. B. For the deaf and hard of hearing, we have basic subtitles, nothing overtly special. C. And for the motor disabled, you have those preset controller configurations, but no complete button remapping. But you do have the ability to be able to tap or hold for submissions. Makes it a little helpful. I'd give a game C, as it gets the job done. And for moral Christian accessibility, I give the game a C+ to C, as there are some ways around things. You can turn the blood off to reduce the violence, but the violence is there as it's a wrestling game. You do have a wraparound for the sexual content as you select either male or female, whichever perspective you come at things, and you do not wrestle the opposite sex, so you can kind of avoid some of those things, but their pictures are still there. And for the language, there's no blasphemy, no taking the Lord's name in vain, but there is some mild profanity every once in a while in the commentary. So nothing egregious, no F-bombs, no S-words, just H-words, things like that. So overall, I think a C to C+ is a fair grade for moral Christian accessibility. And as long as you're okay with wrestling violence and those mild things in the game, I would recommend it. I hope this has helped you guys. If it has, subscribe to the channel. As I said, hit that bell icon. It helps me so much. Helps you to be able to see when the next review, let's play, Bible sermon, or any of those things that we do come around. And of course, liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos helps me with the algorithm, helps me to grow, helps me to let me know that you guys want to see more of this and to keep doing what I'm doing. And if you're watching on Poetically Christian Gamer Twitch, you can hit the follow button and be notified the next time I make a live stream as well and be able to join me. This has been another edition of Should Christians Play, the series where we go between the ratings of the ESRB to answer the question, should a Christian play, and is this game accessible for B? I love you. God loves you. Until the next one, guys, bless wishes.